So the idea of my videos are to help you editing on a deeper level. But I thought like, okay, let me do a tutorial how to use Davinci Resolve, because many people still learn it. And I have a lot of people and friends that come to me like, how do I do DaVinci Resolve? And honestly, I don't want to explain it for the 100th time. So maybe you are a complete beginner, want to learn DaVinci Resolve. Then I don't know how you ended here, but welcome to this tutorial. And if you're a friend of mine, I'm sorry, I like you. Probably I just don't want to explain for the 100th time because it's a lot of work. Okay, right. So first up, obviously download DaVinci Resolve. The newest version works best. Just don't download the beta. Don't download the beta. Did it once, was very glitchy. My project got deleted and blah blah blah. Don't download the beta. Download the newest fullest version. Well then, let me really quick show you. You end up, you open your DaVinci Resolve, right? Then you end up here. That's like your project menu. You would see all your projects here. Yeah, there are a lot of projects that I have. For this one, let me really quick delete that and create a new. Right, I'm gonna call it DaVinci Tutorial Beginner. Right, because this is beginner. I wanna go deeper because I don't find a lot of advanced DaVinci tutorials to upgrade your knowledge. It's just all basic knowledge. Anyways, get a recording that you want. For example, I'm using this recording from an old video. And before you actually pull that in, if you want to have a specific frame rate or resolution, you can change it here, but just for the sake of the tutorial, don't go for it. We want to keep it simple for now. Just ignore that and pull in your footage like this. This is like the fastest way, right? Then it asks you change project frame rate. So here it asks you should the frame rate of the entire project, right? Because you can't change it later on, should be the same frame rate as the clip that you're pulling in. For this, I'm just going yes, right? Makes a lot of easier. If all your footage is in the same frame rate, then just go for it, right? See, that's fine. It's for you can look for it on the bottom right. There's wait, let me really quick show you. There's a settings wheel there. You can change it if you like. If you pull in a clip, you can't anymore, right? So do it before that. Okay. So this is maybe a lot that you see here. Like these are a lot of buttons. So let me really quick just go over the important ones, because there's so much. This first up here is your media storage. You will see all your clips that you pull in, you can see them here. Though I personally never use it. I never use it. So ignore that, right? I'm trying to teach you really only the important things. Then we got the cut, which I also never use. This is to edit your videos, but on a more simple level, right? So if you want that, honestly, I think this tutorial is wrong for you, because you can only like not do much there. Yeah, edit. That's where it gets interesting, right? This is where you're gonna be for about 95% of your entire editing time, right? So this is where all the editing happens, right? Then we got Fusion, which just ignore for now. Color grading we're also gonna ignore for now. Fairlight, which is like for sound stuff. We're gonna also ignore that. And then in the end, rendering your video. But we're gonna we're gonna reach that in the end, right? First up, we only need this one, right? Okay. So pull in your clip, right? You can pull it here from the side, or if you want to be even faster, you can technically pull it in directly from your folder, right? So now we have a clip. As you can see, the top shows the video, the bottom shows the audio. So this line right here divides video and audio. So we can move the video one layer at top, and you can see now we have 2 video layers, right? Same with the audio, we can do the same. Let's just listen to the clip. You can start it with space bar or clicking the play button here.
I did the 5K in 31 minutes, which is for me it's pretty good, right? For me
Right, that works pretty good. Also, if you're interested how I'm going into full screen, it's Control F, right? But these are not important shortcuts. We're coming to important shortcuts though very soon. So you see how the clip starts with silence. This clip starts with silence. And silence, sometimes great, but most of the time we don't want silence, right? It's a little boring. So I'm gonna cut the silence out. How are we doing this? We could use the buttons here, but that's very slow. Like there are buttons and you can't there. And it's not good and it's very slow. We're gonna use shortcuts. So you probably know what shortcuts are. If you don't, shortcuts are key combination that you can use to reach a certain action faster. So the shortcut for a cut is Control B. Control B, and as you see, we did the cut here. Right? Now, if you only selected your video, for example, you're also only gonna cut your video. You gotta make sure that you have both selected, right? Select both. You can also just click on one, shift, and click the other one. And then we have the cut here, right? Now, if you watch back the footage, it's still the same. Nothing changed, right? Because we just said these are 2 different clips, right? But we didn't change anything. We want to delete this. There are 2 key combinations that you gotta know. But first up, let's just start with a simple one, right? And that's just the key. Let me show you on the keyboard. I have a German key. I actually don't know what's in English. Right, in German it's just erase. Something like this. You have it right there. Right, this one. I actually don't know what the key is called in English. Anyways, if you click it, you can see we delete this scene and we pull the other footage forward. So that's the great thing about this key combination, which is just one key. We pull it forward. Also, I know some people have like the 70% keyboard and they don't have this key. To you, I say, buy a real keyboard. Buy a real keyboard. What are you doing with a 70% keyboard? You can't even do math calculations on that thing. Yeah, buy yourself a real keyboard. It's gonna save you a lot of headache for editing and in general, like any software. Yeah, so we do that erase. We click that erase button that I just showed you, and we pull that clip forward, right? And now when we start playing it,
I did the 5K in 31 minutes, which is for me it's pretty good, right? For me it's good. And
Yeah, the first part is missing and the silence is
I
out.
did.
That's exactly what we wanted. Awesome. Awesome. You did your first cut. You have so much in front of you. It's a bright future you have, right? It's a bright editing future. Okay, let's continue. Right, you did a cut, and we can do this even more. So go here, Control B,
Which is
Control B, right, and click the erase button
which is
or delete button. I don't know what it's
for
called.
me.
And again, right, I'm doing this pretty fast because I already
For me,
did this a lot, but this is just like to repeat the information you see,
it's on.
and that's what we already can do, right? Though we want to do more. I'm talking in this clip about my 5k. Let's put some text on it to tell the viewer I'm talking about 5k. Okay, so let me very quick. Got a message. Okay, nothing important. Gotta check this because I don't cut these. I don't cut these videos. Don't have time for that. Okay. We want to put text on it, right? And it may look like this for you. It may look like this. It may look like this. It may look like this. It doesn't matter, right? Let's say it looks like this for you. You can see we have buttons on the top here. For example, media pool, which is the same as we saw here, right? It shows you all your media and you can drag it in. Then we got effects, right? You can have also multiple selected at once. Effects, we have all the effects here, and that's exactly what we want. Because you can see in the effects, right? There are toolbox, and if we open the toolbox, we go to titles, and we can see we have text here. Now, as you can see, Davinci Resolve, while it's free, it has a big option. We have so much option. I mean, what is that? Look at this.
Did the 5k.
This is cool. Sample. Yeah, this is fire. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the most important text that you should use 90% of the time. And that's not text important, not text. It's text plus. So let's pull that in. Right, what is the difference between text and text plus? First up, you can see here we have our inspector on the right. We can also close and open that. We can type in, I don't know, let's just type in 5k, because I'm talking about my 5k, right? You can see all the settings here. We can, this is text, not text plus. We can change the font and the size, do some cool things, but it's not that good as text plus. Our option with this is way higher. We have way more things to play around with. So let's again do 5k. Let me select some font which looks cool. Yeah, let's just go with that, right? So let me do this a little bit. You can pull the lines here and make some things bigger and smaller. Let me play around with this. So you see we added this, did the size a little bit bigger. Let's change the color to black actually, right? You can click on here and the color wheel opens and you select your color. Tracking is how far, let me get more letters into this. Tracking is how far the letters are away from each other. Line spacing would be if we have more lines. Let's just do this 4K run. Right, you can see we can do more space here. Anchor, if you ever used Word, you know what this is. If you don't, go use Word. what the hell, the anchor point. We can do a lot of things. I don't have to show you everything, right? Let's go to the fun stuff, right? We got our text here, but the position of the text is weird, and I don't like that positioning. It's right in my face. What the hell, dude? So what we can do is go to layout, right? And this is, you see the many options here? This is where the normal text lags. Because we don't have anything of that. We don't have anything of that. So go into your layout. And you can see we got layout here. Again, under layout, it's layout. I know, it's stupid. But you can use the center X and center Y. X, if you don't know, if you didn't pay attention to math, X is the horizontal positioning, and Y is the vertical, right? So as you can see, if we drag, if you hold down here and drag, we can move this around. So let's position this a little clear. Go back, make the size a little bit more smaller. Yeah, this is cool. I like the positioning way a lot. Maybe let's give it a little bit more space. Okay, that's weird. Okay, anyways. So yeah, we got a nice positioning. I love this. Now the text, we can still work on it a little more, but I'm gonna follow up in the next tutorial, and I'm gonna show you how you can do stuff like, I don't know, let me really quick think. Something like, for example, you don't have to pay attention, something like this, right? Where we can do the text a lot more cool. But this would be too much for this tutorial. I just wanna keep it to all the simple stuff. So yeah, this is how you add text. Right, we learned how to do cuts. We learned how to do text. This is lovely. This was lovely. Let's add some transitions, right? Let's add some transitions. So these clips, they don't really need transition, don't get me wrong, but I'm here to explain it to you. So let's search another clip. Which clip looks good? I don't know. Let me take this one. Okay, what I'm saying in the video doesn't make sense, but with like the editing. But we got this clip here. I wanna have a cool transition. So under your effects, instead of going to titles, we go to video transitions, and you see how many video transitions we have. Like a lot of them. And if you don't, obviously it's annoying to drag everything in, and then let me really quick extend that clip. It could not work if your two clips that are each other are too small. This could be a problem sometimes, right? Still okay. Okay, I don't know. I think it's still too small. Let me really quick fix that. Okay, or is it just? Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna look why it's not working. But oh, I know why it's not working. Oh yeah, here's. I kind of forgot that. If you pulled in a clip and it's a complete start of the clip, you can't do a transition in between two clips. So let me do a cut here, pull these two together, and now we can do a transition on it, right? Because the transition already needs this footage before it even starts. So if we have the complete start of the footage there, it doesn't have anything to use, right? So yeah, you could pull in all transitions and look at them like this and say like, oh, this is fun or not. But Davinci saw it has a good solution for that. Yeah, Davinci is smart. Let me show you why. Because instead of pulling them in, you can literally just hover over them, and you see I'm like sliding to the right, and we can see how it looks. That's fantastic. Davinci is so smart for this. They did such a great job with that. I'm being honest. So yeah, you can see all your transitions that you have, and yeah, you can look for a transition that you find cool. I'm just gonna take circles for this, and you can just drag them in between those. Again, if it looks for you like this, then it's just because your second footage doesn't have footage before the actual clip starts, right? Okay, anyways, here's your transition. Looks cool, we love it. Some you can even customize, like here, right? So yeah, that's how you do transition. Most simple, right? I'm also gonna explain in further tutorials how you're gonna do transitions on your own, custom transitions. That's the great thing about DaVinci Resolve. It's so customizable. So, we did cut, we did text, we did transitions. Let's go to audio, right? We didn't really talk about the audio. As you can see, the audio right here is a little bit quiet on this clip. It's very quiet. So, let's fix that. In the upper corner, in the inspector tab, you can see it right here. If you don't see it, click on it. Right. We have all these things from transition to, it does depend on what you selected, but if you select like this, I can see the transition goes out right after transition selected, the video, which is the video, and the audio, which is the audio, right? So I'm just gonna click only on the audio, and we have all these beautiful options right here. Volume, very easy to understand, it's just a volume. So we can make it even more quiet,
which is
right, like this. You can almost not hear it, or we can make it louder,
which is for me.
Awesome, awesome. I love it. Louder, quieter, easy. Pan is on what ear you hear your audio. So right now it's on the middle. If we move it left, you only hear it on the left ear. If you move it right, you only hear it on the right ear, right? Then we got some things like pitch. That's pretty self-explanatory, right? But that's the simple thing about audio. Like these are the simple things. Again, like always, you have way more advanced things. That's why I'm kind of sad that there are not that many advanced tutorials on YouTube. But, I'm gonna do an advanced tutorial. I'm gonna do it because I have I don't know, 2, almost 3 years experience with DaVinci Resolve. Okay. So, I think these were like the basics, I would say. The basics. Again, a cut is Control B someone else, and do the delete. Okay, let me show you though one thing else that could destroy your editing, right? So you have to pay attention when this happens. Yeah, let me go here. So I'm now gonna add this text, and this text should only be when the clip starts, right? So we see the clip starts here, And maybe let me do a little cut. The clip starts here,
5 kilometer.
and the text also starts there, right? But now we're like, okay, let me actually delete this from the clip, and I'm gonna do the delete key, right? I'm gonna click the delete key again. I'm gonna press it. What? Where did the text move now? Right? We want this text to be like this. But as you see, it doesn't do that. Because when we delete this, it pushes everything back. Everything. Until this video meets this. So how do we fix that? Right? Instead of pressing... I just deleted everything. Alright. Instead of pressing this delete button here, we're gonna do Control X, right? So select your footage and Control X. And as you can see, now it's missing without it having moved our text and destroy the beautiful thing that we built. So now you can just do this and this. Yeah, that's a clean way. So again, Control X is the way I cut the most. Right, the delete button is the simple version, but it can destroy your edits. Pay attention. If you have anything that you wanna do backwards, go Control Z. Control Z to reverse your editing. Let's say I delete everything. Oopsie. Control Z and it's back. Yeah. This is, I think, beautiful. I think this tutorial showed you perfectly, if you're a complete starter, how to edit with Davinci Resolve. Yeah. Bam, bam, lovely, lovely. 30 minutes wasted of your life to learn a software, but it's gonna pay off. It's gonna pay off. Okay, if you enjoyed this tutorial, lovely. I'm gonna try to upload as many tutorials as possible, right? So yeah, this is part 1 of the beginner tutorial. Let's learn Davinci Resolve. Oh god, I forgot I can't edit these videos.